Good evening and welcome to yet another episode of Leadership Satsang. I'm your leadership coach, Yukti Kapoor Mehndiratta, warmly welcoming you to this very important discussion on goals. You see, as we get closer to the end of the year, we start thinking about what next, right? How do I up my game? How do I elevate my standard? How do I become a better person? How do I achieve more in my life? And these are some of the thoughts that cross our mind as we prepare ourselves for another new year. As much as we can always consider every moment, every breath as a new breath and a new beginning, when it is celebrated at a large scale across the world, it just gives you that feeling of a new start. And if that's what it takes for us to relook at our life and upgrade ourselves, so be it. What's the harm? What's the harm? So, a lot of people argue this that New Year resolution and this goal setting at the end of the year or start of a new year is overhyped, it doesn't work, etc., etc. And to that, my argument is that any time is a good time to do the right thing. If it means doing it at the beginning of a calendar year, so be it. If it's about bringing it on your birthday, so be it. Whenever you are ready to make a start, just go ahead and start. Just because 5 million other or 5 billion other people are doing the same doesn't take away the value of doing this exercise for you, right? So if this is that time of the year when you think about setting goals, then let's do it. Let's do it in a smart way. As much as you've heard of smart goals, let's relook at what it truly means and how do I bring it into my goal setting as I plan for the year to come. That's what I want to talk about today. But before we go any further, you know what we will do? We will bring ourselves into this moment completely. And for that, I would request you all to please sit comfortably wherever you are. Loosen up from your waist if you need to so that you can breathe easily. Spine straight, shoulders relaxed. You can keep your glasses aside because we don't need them once we keep our eyes closed. And may I invite you to do just that. Close your eyes. Let's just forget about whatever happened in the day. And let's try not to think about whatever you're supposed to do next. And can you bring yourself into this moment completely? Feel your breath as you inhale and feel the warmth of your breath as you exhale. Feel this air that you're breathing in and breathing out at the tip of your nostril. Taking your attention to the tip of your nostril. See if you can enjoy the sensation of being alive with every breath that you inhale and exhale. Relax all your facial muscles to the extent you can. Relax your forehead. Relax your cheeks. Relax your eyes, your jaw, your ears, and your entire body. Take another deep breath in, and we'll prepare ourselves to chant Om 5 times. I will keep the count for you, and I would encourage you to chant out loud if you can in your environment. Let's take a nice deep breath in, and as you exhale, we'll chant Om together. Breathe in. Uh, uh, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And whenever you're ready, please rub your palms together and gently place them on your eyes, your face, your cheeks, and your ears, your neck, your shoulders, and your entire body. And slowly come back. All right, so tell me, how are you feeling in this moment? Let's have a quick sharing in the chat, please. Let's have some sharing in the comments. And as you tell me that you're here 100%, please also share which part of the world are you joining me from today? Which location you're in right now? Let's have it very quickly in the chat. Vijay, so good to have you here. Long time no see. Good that you're here. Wonderful. So good to have you. All right, very quickly tell me, are you here 100% and which location are you joining from today? Which part of the world are you in? Feeling relaxed, Tushar? Superb. Superb. Wonderful. So good to hear that. Others, very quickly tell me. Yeah, 100% from Bangalore, Indirun. Superb. Superb. What I like about leaders like you, Indirun, is that you take people along. You know, when you find the right path, you realize that more people should be on this path. And then you use your influence and your goodwill to get these people to experience what you're experiencing. And that's a quality every leader should have, right? That's what we all share in common here. As I see Tushar here in almost every session, Tushar, right? So good to have you here. Vijay, glad you joined this tribe, and I'm hoping that I'll see a lot more of you. Yeah, Shailesh, thank you for joining in. Mahesh Sharma, so good to have you here from Rajasthan. Wonderful. Shailesh is from Mumbai. Mundra, Kutch, Tushar, of course. Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, so let me ask you this. How many of you are aware of SMART goals? You know what SMART goals mean? Give me yes in the comments, please. We'll make this like super interactive because this session is about you setting your goals, and we need to talk. We need to talk about what matters to you. What would you consider as goals worth pursuing? So we need to make this a lot more interactive. Let's put it in the chat. If you've heard of SMART goals, give me a yes or a no in the chat. Yeah, Srinivas, have you heard of SMART goals? With SMART as an acronym, have you heard of setting SMART goals and not just goals? As much as we sometimes feel that setting goals is overestimated, sorry, pardon me. It is something that we have given a lot of importance to. And you know what? It doesn't always work. Excuse me, my throat is so bad today. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so as much as it might look like an exercise that you have engaged with many times, if you bring in a lot more willingness and clarity on your reasons to set goals, I'm still not there. Keep me in your prayers, please. Yeah, this weather is such, it can just really get on to you. Okay, so if you have your reasons to set goals, achieving goals becomes easier. And when you learn how to set smart goals, it becomes even much easier to achieve them. And that is why we don't need to just understand SMART as an acronym. We actually need to challenge our goal statements and check whether they are smart enough before I share with you how to make them smarter. Okay, so may I invite you to please share one of your goal statements in the comments. Very quickly, if you're comfortable sharing any goal, big, small, long-term, short-term, any goal that you have in your life, please share it in the comments. And so we can work together on that goal and make it a SMART goal. Excuse me. All right, let's see if we have a few goal statements in the chat and make an attempt to make it smart. Not just a goal, but a SMART goal. Right? So for example, I hear people share goals like, I want to lose weight. Or I hear people share goals like, I want to have better relationships in life. I want to become a better leader. All these are great intentions, but they are not goals. They are intentions. You intend to be a good leader. You intend to be a better person. And these are very good intentions to have. But it takes a little more work to convert these intentions into goals. And that's why SMART as an acronym helps us to tweak these intentions, the statements, into a real clear goal, which can be achieved. Right? So as we look at SMART, we realize that SMART is about making your goals more specific. That's what S stands for, making it more specific, making it measurable. You should be able to measure the success of your goals. So for example, let's work on this one together, right? I want to lose weight. This is a goal statement that I have recently heard from someone, that I want to lose weight. That's my goal. I'm very clear about my goal. I want to lose weight. So let's start by realizing that this is actually not a goal statement as yet, but it is an intention, a direction in which you want to go. And I get that. So that's the direction. You're clear about your direction. Many congratulations, right? That's the first step, that we know where we want to go. What is it that I want to work towards? I want to work towards losing some weight. How do we make this specific? We make it specific by specifying how much weight do you want to lose? I want to lose, let's say 5 kgs, right? I want to lose 5 kgs of weight. And how do I intend to do that? Because if I say 5 kgs, I will be able to measure, right? I can measure that, okay, I've lost 3 kgs and not 5, or I've lost 6 kgs and not 5. So now it is a measurable goal. How about tweaking this and making it a little more specific to say, how do you intend to lose these 5 kgs? What exactly would you do? So is it measurable? It is, but it's still not very specific. It becomes specific when you're able to add ways of achieving this goal. What are some of the methods that you would like to consider? I want to lose 5 kgs weight by exercising every day. By exercising every day. Does this look like a SMART goal now? Is it achievable? Yeah, everyday exercise looks achievable. It looks achievable. But the moment I say exercising for 4 hours every day, is this achievable? Maybe it is achievable, but it is not realistic. I can, but I won't be able to. I can physically maybe work out for 4 hours, but you know what? I have a job to do. I have a family to take care of. I have other things and responsibilities in life. So as much as I can put 4 hours, it's not realistic for me to do so. And that's when I challenge this and say, okay, maybe 4 hours is not possible. Can I commit to 2 hours? And now it's more specific. I want to lose 5 kgs weight by exercising for 2 hours every day. No, 2 hours is also not very realistic for me, though it's achievable. Can I exercise for just an hour every day? Yeah, I want to lose 5 kgs weight by exercising for 1 hour every day. Do you think this is a smart goal now? Is it a smart goal? Not yet. What is missing? The timeline. That's the T, right? Timeline. So by when do you intend to lose 5 kgs? And as much as a part of you might be saying, hey, you know what? I know this. There is no merit in knowing if you're not looking at your goal statements and tweaking it to a point where it is a smart goal. It's a smart goal statement. So I would encourage you to think of at least 3 goals for yourself and for the next year, maybe, and make them smart goals. If you are willing to put it out in comments after today's session, I will take some time out and add inputs to it if required. Okay, I'm willing to stretch myself if you're willing to come all in and put your goals out there in comments, right? So once you do and you consider that this is, a smart goal as for me, if there is any input I could add to it, I would happily do so. So I invite you to share maybe 1 goal, max 3 goals that you're looking at for the next 1 year, right? So here what's missing is the timeline, which is by when do I wish to lose 5 kgs? So I want to lose 5 kgs weight by exercising for 1 hour every day by end of December 24. Is it achievable? I don't know. Is it realistic to lose 5 kgs by exercising for 1 hour in a month's time? I don't know. I'm putting a question mark there, right? Of course, it's going to be a function of diet. It's going to be a function of consistency. But do I need to bring that drastic dip in my weight? Unless I really need to, I can create timelines which are more realistic, because when they are realistic, you have more motivation. Remember this. If we keep ourselves too tight and leave no scope at all, and just kind of push ourselves too hard, we lose motivation to stay consistent. And consistency is the key. That's all that matters. A lot of people start with a lot of things, but they don't see till the end of the day. They don't go all the way with it. If you don't see the end of it, then start makes no sense. It has no value. So to maintain consistency, you need to find intrinsic motivation. It has to come from within you. And for that, you have to set targets which are difficult, but not impossible, not unrealistic. They're difficult, they're exciting, they push you. They're not so easy that it's low hanging and you don't have to do much, right? You don't have to move much. You can easily do it. Again, we will lose interest and motivation because it's boring. Too easy is boring. Too difficult is not practical, and therefore you will lose motivation there too. So it has to be somewhere in between. And that's very, very subjective. It depends on what you find in between on the scale. Between something too easy and too difficult, what's that in between state where you feel motivated enough to keep going and stay consistent? So I may want to relook at this and say, I want to lose 5 kgs of weight by exercising for 1 hour every day in the next 3 months, or by the end of 3 months, right? So now it looks like something that is not so easy for me, and it is also not so difficult that it's a non-starter, right? I can make this a little more specific if I'm willing to commit to the form of exercise. How do I intend to exercise? So I want to lose 5 kgs of weight by yoga and Zumba alternate for an hour every day for the next 3 months, or in the next 3 months. Now I know exactly what I need to do, for how long, and by when do I need to lose how much. Is it measurable? Absolutely. Is it specific? Sure is. It is achievable to me. It is also realistic for me. And there is a clear timeline by when I have to achieve this goal. If you want, you can make it a little more specific by mentioning when will this 1 hour be in your day? What time? So you could say, excuse me, I want to lose 5 kgs of weight by yoga and Zumba from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every day for the next 3 months or in the next 3 months. Now you see what we're talking about here. We have committed to a very clear action point. There is no ambiguity left here. There is no scope for multiple interpretation. Right there it is. Exactly what I want to do, which is measurable. If I achieve it, I know I have achieved it. If I don't achieve it, I know I'm not there as yet. Every single goal statement that you can possibly think of can be brought to this level of being smart. So you know that this is the level of progress I'm making towards achieving that goal. But we should not end our entire goal setting exercise at this point. While this is a good start point, it's a very important start point that first of all, you should have a goal, because if you have no plans, then there is no way to achieve anything, right? If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. And that is really true. That is really true. Think about it and you will realize and agree yourself. You don't know where you're going, there's no way to get there. Isn't it? Right? So at least you have a goal. Just because you've not been able to achieve it in the past does not mean that setting goals in itself is a futile exercise. Maybe we've not learned the right way to set goals. Or maybe we have set goals which are really not our goals. These are goals that I'm expected to have. But I really don't care much about it. I don't care about losing weight. It's just something that people think I should be looking at. So I pick that up and make it my goal. That's where I fail to achieve it, because it's not mine at the first place. And a lot of our goals are the should to do. Like I should do this kind of a goal. And that never works, because it lacks internal motivation. If you're not motivated yourself, there is no way to put the effort required to achieve those goals. Isn't it? Do you agree? Give me agree in the comments if you agree. And with that, I would like you to question your goals. Before you put in the effort to make them smart, question them. Is this my goal? Do I really care about it? Like, seriously, do I seriously care about reading a book a day? Do I seriously care about losing this much weight? Does it really matter to me? Not what should matter to me, but what does matter to me? What is really important for me at this point? Maybe at this point, losing weight is not important. Maybe eventually in a couple of years, maybe it will be. Maybe it will never be. I don't know. But right now, as I sit and think about how the next year is going to be better than this year for me, and what is the effort I need to put in which direction, it should be a direction where I want to go and not where I have to go or where I should go. Very important reflection before you put the effort to set the right goals, the smart goals. And once you've done this, you then need to come to a point where you can make your goals smarter. It starts with setting smart goals. And then it comes to a point where you put in the initial efforts required to achieve the goal. And then you come to a point of evaluation. Just because they can be measured doesn't mean that I'm measuring them. I need to evaluate. I need to evaluate the progress I'm making. Am I moving in the right direction? Am I moving at the right pace? Am I evaluating what are the gaps, right, that I'm experiencing right now? What are some of the ways in which I need to upskill and upgrade myself to achieve my goal? Maybe I need to collaborate at some time. Maybe I need to learn a new skill to achieve this goal. I will never come to all those thoughts and ideas if I don't evaluate my effort. So we need to put in effort, and then we need to plan milestones at which we will do an evaluation. And basis the evaluation, we should be willing to revise the goals. We should be willing to revise. And there is absolutely no problem in that. Remember, if you've thought about taking 10 steps forward, and you realize as you start walking in that direction that, you know what, as much as it looked achievable and realistic, as I start walking in that direction, I realize that 10 steps not going to happen. Okay, if 10 steps will not happen, now that I'm on, my journey already in the direction where I want to be, even 7 will be great progress, not good progress, it'll be great progress. And if that's what it is, then let me revise my 10 steps to 7 steps. I'm still 7 steps ahead of where I was some time back. Please listen to this, because rarely would people say that revise your goal to make it more relaxing, more lenient. Sometimes it's not about leniency, it's about checking what you considered as realistic. And let me tell you this, the best judge of what is realistic for you and what is not is you. You've got to remember that growth lies outside the comfort zone. If it's not difficult for you to do it, you're not doing enough. It needs to be difficult till such time that you do enough to make that difficult easy. And then you raise the bar and you get to the next level of difficulty, right? And then you keep working in that direction till that becomes easy. And that's how you know that you're stepping out of your comfort zone every single time. And whenever you're out of your comfort zone, you're headed towards growth. What you're going to cross in between is a lot of fear and a lot of learning. And once you're beyond that, you're at another level of comfort. Now, this is comfortable. From where I was to where I am, I'm already now comfortable here. This is my new normal, my new standard. And then I elevate the standard to the next level by stretching those goals. So when we are making these goal statements, we have certain assumptions that we play on. And that's true in most of the scenarios. And that's all right. It's okay to challenge those assumptions basis some work that you have put in. Without that data, challenging these assumptions would mean just trying to stay within your comfort zone. And that's why I said, you don't start your journey by making smarter goals. You start by making goals, just goals. This smarter comes in later. We make smart goals, we work on these smart goals, and then we set milestones where we make these smart goals smarter by bringing in milestones for evaluation and being flexible and open to necessary revision. I hope this not only brings in clarity for you to create goals which are exciting, this also brings in the motivation for you to set goals. Set new standards for yourself. Set something exciting to look at, something to look forward to as we bring an end to this year and prepare ourselves to start a brand new year, a brand new beginning. While we still have a few more weeks to go till we get there, I think it's a great time to sit and reflect upon how the year was and how you want the next year to be. On that note, we conclude today's Satsang session, and I'm hoping that you will find some time to share your goals with me in the comments, and you would also share with me your takeaways, something that was an important reminder for you or a new learning. I would love to know what is your approach towards setting goals and elevating your own standards in life. With that, thank you so much for joining in. I will see you next week with another important insight in the space of leadership and spirituality. Please take care. God bless you all.